Hey everybody, welcome to Alicia Today. So today I am going to be showing you guys how I fill one of my Etsy orders. So let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the design is sized correctly. So I'm making a t-shirt, and so I already sized it for 4 inches wide. And so then we're gonna cut it. So this, I'm using Cricut Design Space. So let me show you guys how it's cut. Okay, so what I have to do first is I am going to be cutting from my roll of white heat transfer vinyl. I found that if you buy the rolls of vinyl, it's cheaper than buying the sheets. So you know, it might seem a little expensive at first when you first see the price, and you see the sheets might look to be a little cheaper, but that's not necessarily true. If you base it off of the length that you get and you compare the prices, you'll see that it's cheaper to buy the rolls. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut this so that it's big enough to fit onto the mat. I'm going to use a standard drip mat. Sometimes I use lightweight. It just depends. You just use what works best for you. So that piece off, and then I'm going to put it on here, and make sure you put the shiny side down on the mat so that you're cutting the correct side of your HTV. So I'm gonna line it on there. Oh, let's see, it's not really lined up all that great. Do that again. So line it up. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's go to the machine. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to make it. Sorry, I know you can see the glare from the window. Okay, so from here it shows it on the mat. So then what you want to do is then you go to, let's zoom in. We're going to do mirror because it has words on it. So when you hit mirror, you see how it flips it? You want it to flip it because when you put the design on the shirt, it's going to actually put it the correct way. So make sure you hit mirror. And then I have my mat ready to go. So then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to push continue. Okay. So it's looking for my Cricut. Should be turned on, so it should be connecting to it. So, okay. So then what you want to do is you just want to make sure your settings are right. So I have it on iron on, but I'm just going to put it on to vinyl. Oh, now it says vinyl up here. Okay. So everything is good. So I just follow the directions. So now it's telling me to load the mat. So now I'm gonna load the mat. And then I'm gonna push the Cricut button. And then it's gonna cut the design. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut out the design and weed it. So let's see. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. Okay. So basically, you're just gonna weed it. I have several weeding tools, but I'm just gonna use this one because this is the one that kind of works best for me. So I'm going to weed the whole design and then I will get right back to you guys. Alright, so I'm finished weeding the design. So next we're going to set up the heat press. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on 310. 10 seconds. And then I want it to automatically do it. So it's going to heat up. So while it's heating up, let's get into how to prepare the shirt. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the shirt on the heat press. And I'm going to use the lint roller to get any extra debris, lint off the shirt. And I just got this lint roller from Dollar Tree. If you guys want me to do a video on how I go about getting my supplies, I try to make sure I get budget-friendly supplies that still work very well. So if you want to save some money, just let me know if you guys would like for me to make a video on where I get my supplies from, and then I'll go from there. Alright, so then what I do is lint roll it all off. So I don't know if you can see all the lint that came off of there. Okay. So next what I'm going to do is I am going to press the shirt just to get rid of any wrinkles. So I don't wait for it to heat up. I literally just let it, I press it on whatever temperature it is. And it usually works out just fine for me. So you see how it's all nice and flat, no wrinkles. So then what I'm going to do now is I am going to find my sizing guide. Let's see. So I have these different ones: V-neck, children, youth, let's see, adults. So you gotta be careful with these ones because if you get it too close to the heat, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like starting to melt. So I might try to get some different ones. Alright, so what I do is I put the sizing guide on so that I know that the shirt is centered. And then I place my design. I'm gonna put it like right here. Okay. So I paste my design and make sure that it is straight. still waiting for the temperature to get to where it needs to get to, and then we're gonna press it. So that looks good to me. All right, so now we're gonna press it. And like I said, I put it on automatic, so it should automatically. All right. So then I pull it out. I kind of go like this. No, that's probably not the most effective way to do it. And then I pull it off. And boom! There it is, y'all. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go and I'm gonna turn this off. And now we're gonna go to setting it up for packaging. So I'm gonna weigh it. I'm going to make sure everything matches the order, and then we'll go from there, okay? So I have to figure out how much my package weighs. So what I did was I put the receipt and the shirt and the packaging, and then I'm gonna put it on the scale. It's telling me 7.2 ounces. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to enter in the information for pirate ship, and I'm not going to actually show you guys this part because this has the customer's private information on it. But just so you guys know, so like I said before, I have the bag and I weighed it with everything in it. So I put the receipt, so basically what the customer ordered, their address, how much they paid, the shirt, and then the envelope or the polymer bag that I am going to ship it in. So you guys saw the weight. It was 7.2. So this bag also is a 13 by 10. So I'm just putting this information in. So it's asking me the package dimensions. I'm putting length 13 and width 10. And then for the package, I'm going to put I'm going to round it up 4. Because I'm going to add the label on it. And then it's asking me if it has any hazardous materials, etc. So like I said, I'm using pirate ship. And then I'm going to push get rates just to see what the rates are. Okay, so it looks like the rate is $4.44. And I also did the same thing with Etsy, because I know Etsy lets you also create labels with them. So I was just trying to do a price comparison to see. And it looks like Etsy might be a little bit cheaper. Actually, on here it's showing me, oh, you know what? I didn't put the correct ounces in. So let me see if I change, because I didn't weigh it with everything, so I put it with the shirt weigh by itself. So if I do that, let's see, recalculate. Yep, same price. So never mind. Etsy and pirate ship have the same price. I've seen that the last time I did a shipment, it was the same exact price. So I just do it through pirate ship. So what I'm gonna do is I guess I can show you guys. Let's see. So you can see right there, I have the price. So $4.44, first class packages. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I did buy the label, and now I am going to print it. So on pirate ship, it lets you you say print label, and then it gives you an option. I have these labels I got. They're just big labels that I'm just going to use to print on from my regular inkjet printer. And then we'll go from there.